All right, here we go. Our 3 visualizations are built and we're ready for the final step of designing our dashboard. Now remember our goal. We want to click on a name in the scatterplot and have our line graph and 100% stacked bar charts update with that name's data. Let's get our dashboard working and then we'll tackle our design questions. Okay, first things first. We'll create a new dashboard, change the size to automatic, and pull in our 3 visualizations. We want our scatterplot to work as a filter for our line graph and stacked bars. Now we've seen this before in dashboards 2 and 3. What do we need? That's right, we need a dashboard filter. Click Dashboard, Actions, Add Action, and Filter. Okay, good. First, tell Tableau where we want the action to start, our scatterplot. Then we'll tell Tableau how we want that action to take place. In our case, we want to run our action when you select something on the scatterplot. And now we'll tell Tableau that we want that click to filter our line and bar charts. And when no mark in the scatterplot is selected, we want to exclude all values so that our line and stacked bars disappear until the next name in the scatterplot is clicked. Okay, let's test it out. We'll click on a circle. Excellent, everything filters, and when we click off, yep, everything disappears. When we look back at the actual line and stacked bar worksheets, we see that the action filter is all set up. Beautiful. And now that this dashboard is fully functional, we can loop around to those familiar design questions. Okay, so here we go. Question 1. What can we remove from this dashboard? Most of what we've got here we're actually going to keep around, but we can get rid of these 2 name wildcard filters that hitched a ride onto the dashboard with the line and stacked bar charts. And that'll take us to question 2. What needs more room and what needs less room? First, we know we'll want a title, so let's go ahead and show that. Great. Now, this question of spacing is particularly important to our scatterplot. It needs a certain amount of space to create a square grid, and our 45-degree reference line will help us line this up. We'll pull our scatterplot over until our grid and reference line are looking about right. Good, and then let's tuck our highlighter above the scatterplot since that's what it actually affects. Pull our color legend above the 2 charts it goes with too. Then we'll just make sure each visualization is set to entire view. And let's pull our decade label just to the left a touch so it gives our bars more room. All right, final question. If you handed this off to someone who's never used Tableau before, would they know what it is and would they know what they can do with it? Let's help out our end user with our titles. We'll start with the dashboard title. Double click and let our end user know what this dashboard's exploring. The number of female versus male US Social Security cards by name. And while we're here, let's turn this text white, click OK, and then we'll change the shading for the title to the same gray as our legend using the dropper like so. Excellent. Now for our visualization titles, let's go back to our line graph and add name to detail. This will allow us to go into the title and include the name in the title. So we can create something like this. We'll type change by year and then insert the name so our end user doesn't forget which name they chose to begin with. Let's center that and then we'll copy it, swing over to the stacked bar charts and do the same thing. Change by decade and the name. Good. Since the highlighter actually sits above the scatterplot, let's hide the scatterplot's title and we'll put our instructions in the highlighter's title instead. We'll let everyone know that they can click on circles to see how that name has changed over time, and below we'll give some hints about how to interact with the scatterplot. We'll also turn this font into that same warm gray. Now there are 2 final tweaks I want to make with the aesthetics, and I want to apply them to multiple places. Here's where Tableau's global formatting will help us out. Click on Format and then on Workbook. Now our formatting pane here allows us to adjust all the visualizations in the workbook instead of just tweaking them one at a time. First, we'll adjust the worksheet titles, which will hit both the line and the stacked bar chart titles. We'll change the color and the font to match the instructions in the highlighter's title. And the second thing we'll do is change the worksheet font to Tableau Book. This is going to hit the axes labels so they're no longer that Tableau medium and it'll match everything else. And there you go. If you stuck with me through all 8 steps, great job. You've put together a very sophisticated dashboard. Thank you so much for building Dashboard 4 with me, and I'll see you soon as we wrap up the Social Security card data with a fabulous bubble chart in Dashboard 5.